Hello, Brockton. Welcome to episode 9 of my show, BATBUSGUY. I want to begin with an important breaking news update on BAT Executive Director Michael Lambert's response to the confirmed public safety threat on buses here in Brockton. According to Michael Lambert, the signs that were posted on the buses in 4 languages, including English, instructing passengers to speak with the driver if you need more time to find a seat before the bus moves, and the verbal statements made in the BAT educational video with Massachusetts State Representatives Rita Mendez and Michelle Du Bois to passengers that if you have any questions at all or concerns on safety on the bus, to ask the driver. They said that would serve to keep all passengers safe while riding BAT. Unfortunately, I'm reporting to you now that that is not true or may not be true. Let me explain. I recently contacted Mayor Sullivan and Michael Lambert and Rita Mendez and informed them that information has reached me through my show, BATBUSGUY, that bus drivers are not required by state or federal law to be able to speak or understand 3 of the 4 languages that the posted signs are written in. So I asked them, how are the passengers supposed to be safe on the bus if they cannot communicate with the drivers in 3 of the 4 languages on the posted signs? I believe that is a legitimate question, but as of this writing, they have all remained silent and refused to respond. This is a perfect example of what I have been saying about BAT for the last 17 months. They constantly say to contact them with any questions on safety or any questions about the being on the bus. Then they refuse to respond to your questions. This needs to stop. I want to assure the people of Brockton that I continue to care about you and your family's safety on the bus. I have acted. I'm going to read you an email that I sent to that I received from Rita Mendez's office. It says, Hi, Mr. Ripley. It was great to speak with you over the phone again. As a follow-up to your request, I am sending an email recapping our conversation. We spoke about your concern regarding the ability of BAT bus drivers to speak additional languages other than English. You expressed your concern that the BAT bus drivers would be unable to understand the messages on non-English signs and statements on BAT buses, as well as be able to communicate those messages to non-English speaking passengers. You also mentioned that you reached out to BAT Administrator Michael Lambert with a request for an answer regarding that topic, but have yet to hear back from him. In response, I promised that I would reach out to BAT as well as to MassDOT, our connections in MassDOT, and get a clarification on the topic for you. Our office also promised to get back to you with dates and times in August to meet with Representative Mendez to talk about your concerns about the BAT safety. Thank you again for taking the time to speak with me, and I will update you as soon as possible. That was from Rita Mendez's office. It's here on my phone. You're welcome to the email if you'd like to have it. To continue, I want to say, let me briefly remind you of the truly incredible, amazing progress I have made and the steps I have taken over the last 17 months in my long battle with BAT and Mayor Sullivan and the City Council and other elected leaders in reaching my goal for the right of the people of Brockton to ride a bus safely. Number 1, due to my vigilance and detail in writing everything down and reporting 80 illegal, dangerous safety violations by BAT drivers to BAT management and Mayor Sullivan, etc., I had the necessary documentation to force BAT, the City of Brockton, the Brockton Police Department, and Massachusetts State Representative Rita Mendez to all conduct independent investigations that confirmed that there is an illegal, dangerous, and ongoing public safety threat on BAT buses here in Brockton. Number 2, despite the fact that Mayor Sullivan and many members of the City Council and others stated to me that the BAT threat is not a city issue and my efforts will be in vain, that I am wasting my time, that I have no connections or no connections and don't know anybody to get anything done. And they also said that nobody cares about the safety on BAT buses. Despite that, Mayor Sullivan 3 times requested my presence in his office to address the safety threat on the buses here in Brockton. I also spoke with the mayor 4 additional times on the threat on BAT buses. Number 3, Mayor Sullivan and I became texting buddies on the BAT threat. Number 4, multiple Brockton City Councilors either talked to me on the phone privately or agreed to go on camera and address the bat safety threat. Number 5, Massachusetts State Representative Rita Mendez stated on camera that she agreed with me that the people of Brockton have a right to safely ride the bus. Number 6, Rita Mendez and Massachusetts State Representative Michelle Du Bois and BAT Executive Director Michael Lambert produced a BAT educational video on how to get on a BAT bus safely and be safe. Number 8, I have appeared on various podcasts, including Keith Hayes' show. I have been on multiple radio and political talk shows, including Ed Miller's Brockton Strong. I ran for Brockton mayor to address the bat threat. I have spoken at Brockton area churches and schools about the bat threat. I have spoken with many of Brockton's immigrant community associations about the threat on bat. I have spoken with multiple media outlets, including the Enterprise and WATD. I have aggressively and consistently posted hundreds of comments and emails and other documentation on dozens of social media platforms. I have spoken at various city of Brockton official meetings, including the City Council, the Finance Committee, and the School Committee. In short, I have gotten the message out about the safety threat to thousands of Brocktonians. I believe that I have successfully met my goal, and my statement in the September 15th, 2023 edition of the Brockton Enterprise, in which I stated about the safety threat on the buses, I just have to try to make a difference. While I was successful in getting at least one of Brockton's elected officials, State Representative Rita Mendez, to officially publicly make an on-camera statement addressing the safety on BAT and produce a video on safety, and I was successful in getting Mayor Sullivan and city councilors to address it privately, I admit I failed to get Mayor Sullivan to publicly address it. But all things considered, I feel good. I stood up, I fought the good fight for the right of the people to be safe on bus. Next, I want to address the issue of Mayor Sullivan. Apparently, it got back to me that he's apparently telling the media and elected officials, etc., to ignore me. That I am just a crazy nut who is exaggerating the threat on the BAT bus, and I simply won't go away. Let's see. As I have repeatedly stated, I have thousands of pages of documents, including many describing in detail the dangerous, life-threatening driving behavior of bus drivers victimizing innocent kids and seniors, etc. I myself am a 68-year-old retired disabled senior, and I was a 4-time victim on the bus. I've even reported 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 safety violations in one day on the same bus to Mayor Sullivan, yet he still remains silent. These have all been investigated by BAT management and confirmed in emails by BAT management to me in their own words. You're entitled to any of them that you choose to have. So let me say again to Mayor Sullivan, I have nothing to hide. I do not fear you or the City Council. I will meet you anytime in a public forum with the media present to address this BAT threat on the buses in detail, and we can each show our documents and answer the people's questions. I will also, if you choose, I would be happy to go to court and have a full court public trial and get all this information out to the public. Next, let me address another issue concerning the public safety threat on the bus. I have been posting on social media that Fred Fontaine does not deserve your vote. Let me explain. Fred Fontaine is running to replace Massachusetts State Representative Rita Mendez in the upcoming election. Election day is Tuesday, September 3rd. When Fred and I were running for Brockton mayor in the recent election, I sat down with Fred and his campaign manager and fully informed him about the safety threat on the BAT buses. I answered all their questions, I gave them all the documents they asked for, and I offered to give them anything they wanted. Fred told me that after the mayoral election, he would help me address the safety threat on BAT. Fred lied to me. Fred played me. Fred is now running in a new campaign to replace Rita Mendez. In Fred's current campaign, he states that we deserve candidates who care about public safety. Let me say that again. This is critically important. Fred has stated, one of his campaign platforms, he stated, we deserve candidates who care about public safety. So Fred is specifically running on a platform of public safety as well as other stuff. So I contacted Fred and asked him to address the safety threat on the BAT bus with the approximately 50,000 Brockton residents who live in the district in which he is asking for their vote. Fred knows that thousands of low-income people in the district have no choice but to ride the bus to work, to school, to shopping, to medical appointments, etc. I asked Fred if he feels that he has an obligation to address this issue with the voters and be honest with the voters. Fred has remained silent and refused to respond. I believe that if a candidate is running on a public safety platform and he is aware of a documented and confirmed illegal, dangerous public safety threat in the district, that he has a responsibility to address this public safety threat with the people of the district who he's asking to vote for him. That is why I have posted that Fred Fontaine is a dangerous hypocrite who does not deserve your vote. You, the people of Brockton, will make the final decision on Election Day. Let me further say, Fred is the leader in Brockton's vibrant Haitian community. They know Fred. They trust Fred. Fred is in a position to help the community. If Fred truly cared about the safety of the community, he would have shown that he has a moral compass and some human compassion and already addressed this threat with the people. The fact that Fred has not and will not address this dangerous public safety threat on the buses with the people in the district is disturbing. Fred has posted on social media that I attack anyone who disagrees with me on informing the people about the confirmed public safety threat on the bus. That is true. I responded on social media that, in my opinion, it is never okay for an adult to know that innocent children are in a dangerous situation and remain silent. Let me say that again. I responded on social media that, in my opinion, it is never okay for an adult to know that innocent children are in a position of danger and remain silent about it. Next, Massachusetts State Representative Rita Mendez went on camera and also produced an educational video on safety on the bus. She has earned and will receive my vote on Tuesday, September 3rd. But that does not mean that I am happy with Representative Mendez. I am not. Let me say that again. That does not mean that I am happy with Representative Mendez. I'm not happy with her. It simply means that Representative Mendez is the lesser of two evils. Let me explain. I have informed Representative Mendez that I was very disappointed when I watched the educational video that she produced. The video was only 4 minutes long. The video was extremely short on information. The video never addressed the federal law that 50 state drivers were found guilty of violating by BAT management and endangering approximately 80 passengers' safety, including innocent kids and disabled seniors. That was the most serious and dangerous safety threat on the bus, and it was never mentioned in the video. Despite the fact that the majority of BAT riders do not speak English, the video was broadcast in English only. No effort was made to get the video in front of the people who ride BAT. The video was not distributed to Brockton's immigrant community associations or churches so they could disperse it within the community. The video was not put on BAT's or the City of Brockton's official websites. It should be permanently posted on BAT's official website. Neither Representative Mendez nor Representative Du Bois posted the video on their official Facebook campaign page. Mayor Sullivan refused to publicly support or acknowledge the video. Neither the Brockton Enterprise nor WATD or any other media mentioned or addressed the video. All that said, while I will, of course, address any important issues that may arise concerning safety on BAT, for the moment, I have gone as far as I can on this issue. I just want to say, this is just for the moment. I've gone as far as I can on this issue. I have other things I'm working on. So right now, I plan on posting many emails and other documents on my show and on social media so the people will know how serious this safety threat truly is and how Mayor Sullivan chooses to remain silent and knowingly put the safety of innocent children and seniors in danger. I want to thank the many people who have contacted me and supported me in my fight for safety on the buses here in Brockton. I will continue to broadcast the most popular episodes of my show and other videos throughout the summer. Then I will be changing the format of my show to address other important issues. For example, Excuse me. At a recent City Brockton Finance Committee meeting, I think it was in June 17th, I'm not sure of the date, I took advantage of the right of the people of Brockton to express their freedom of speech and address the City Council with a 2-minute public statement. I stated, "Good evening, councilors and people of Brockton. The proposed fiscal year 2025 budget is clear proof that our system of government here in Brockton is broken. The fiscal health of our city has reached a breaking point. We are faced with a clear choice. Will we, the people of Brockton, allow our out-of-touch city leaders to continue to take Brockton down the path of fiscal irresponsibility, which will end with the state taking control of our purse strings? Or will we, the people of Brockton, stand up and say, loud and clear, enough is enough? We all know the facts. Brockton taxpayers have paid millions of dollars to auditors for years of supposed work. Brockton costs of retirement, pensions, benefits, debt service, and discrimination lawsuit, etc., are approaching $160 million and continue to climb. Brockton is currently experiencing more than $100 million in budget shortfalls for various projects around our city. Our mayor has a habit of not taking responsibility for budget deficits and shifting the blame onto others. Our mayor has a habit of waiting until a fiscal issue reaches the crisis point before addressing it. Our mayor refuses to voluntarily reach out and speak with the people on important fiscal matters. The incompetence and mismanagement of the city council in enabling our mayor by refusing to ask the mayor the tough questions about the fiscal health of our city must end. I say now to the people of Brockton, this all points to a serious problem in our city. We are all pawns. We are all subject to the mercy of the politicians who find a way to manipulate the system and ultimately manipulate us. People of Brockton, we have to do better than this because we are better than this. I think I speak for many Brocktonians when I say that our mayor was once a caring politician who acted responsibly and whose fiscal policies moved our city forward. His leadership in successfully seeing Brockton through the COVID pandemic will always be remembered and appreciated as his finest hour as our mayor. But he has lost his way. His day has passed. His style of leadership and his fiscal policies are divisive and are tearing our city apart. He has become the problem. Therefore, I am asking him to spare the taxpayers, students, and hardworking people of Brockton another 17 months of anguish and misery and voluntarily step aside as mayor before he completely destroys the city he loves and spent his life building. Next, I will also be reminding the taxpayers and hardworking people of Brockton that it is official now. Mayor Sullivan and the City Council are crooked politicians who have intentionally misled and failed the people of Brockton, apparently failed the people of Brockton. The deplorable fact is our elected leaders, when I say elected leaders, I mean the mayor and the City Council, are guilty of gross mismanagement and knowingly and intentionally violating Massachusetts state laws. According to the long-awaited results of the independent audit report from Open Architects, the City of Brockton has inadequate fiscal controls and fiscal mismanagement is rampant throughout city government. Yet, Mayor Sullivan still will not come before you, the people, and address this and answer our questions. I will also be reminding you, the people of Brockton, of what Mayor Sullivan stated on March 9th, 2023, in his announcement that he would be running for a third term as your mayor. He stated, as to the city's future in a third Robert Sullivan administration, he stated, "I have a recipe for success. We are truly on the right trajectory. The best is yet to come for the city of Brockton." I kid you not, that is exactly what he said. Mayor Sullivan has a lot of explaining to do. Was he simply lying to the people when he made those statements? Was he giving the middle finger to the people of Brockton when he made those statements? It appears Mayor Sullivan and the Brockton City Council are equal opportunity crooks. They do not discriminate. They lie and do not care about taxpayers' money, student education, public safety on the bus, fiscal responsibility, and the Massachusetts state laws, etc. It is time to hold them accountable by passing and adding to the city charter an impeachment clause to remove from office elected officials for just cause. Next, I ask you to please listen very carefully and never forget what I'm going to tell you right now. The bottom line is the truly sad fact in my 17-month battle with Mayor Sullivan and the Brockton City Council is that they do not care about the safety of you and your kids to ride safely on the bus. Despite the fact that they all hold positions of trust with the power and authority and ability to protect public safety with one public sentence from them can protect the people, and the fact that they all agree that the safety threat on BAT is real and ongoing, they have never once addressed it with you, the people of Brockton. I got to say that again. They have never once addressed this with you, the people of Brockton. I believe they failed the people of Brockton. It is simply wrong for Brockton's elected leaders and educated adults to know and agree that innocent children are being placed in potentially dangerous, life-threatening situations and say it is not the city's problem. While I understand that there were no serious injuries on the bus, they simply got lucky. It could have very easily gone the wrong way. My point is, you don't play politics with people's lives. You stand up and you tell people the truth. You're aware of a public safety threat, you act responsibly, and you tell the truth. I ask all concerned citizens to contact the mayor's office or your city councilor and express your concerns. Thank you and good night. Hi, people of Brockton. I just wanted to add a little thing at the end here. While I was doing this, producing this, I received a response from Rita Mendez's office. The response is, "Hi, Mr. Ripley. Thank you for your patience in waiting for my response. I have spoken with our contacts at BAT and MassDOT, who informed me that around 80% of their drivers are fluent in a language other than English. Additionally, the BAT administration has a multilingual call center with staff members who speak all the major languages spoken in Brockton. I hope that answers your question. Have a wonderful weekend." I have to say that really doesn't help the people who ride the bus in Brockton. If 80% of the drivers speak only one language other than English, what about a person who's on the bus who speaks one of the other three languages that are on the bus and tries to ask the driver for more time before moving the bus because they're disabled or they don't want to fall and break their hip or they got a bad leg or they need more time? They have no way of being safe on the bus if this driver is one of those 20% who does not speak another language. And also their statement that they have administration has a multilingual call center with staff members who speak all the languages, that doesn't do the people on the bus any good. When you're standing there on the bus and you're trying to ask the driver, look, I'm unsteady on my feet. I need to know. Well, you don't move the bus until I find a seat. You're not going to be able to ask the driver that. Therefore, you're not going to be safe on the bus. So I'm going to have to discuss this again with Rita Mendez because that's unacceptable. That goes against what Rita Mendez has stated publicly in her statements, and it goes against what was stated in the BAT video that was produced by Michael Lambert, Rita Mendez, and Michelle DuBois. They stated very explicitly, ask the driver here if you have any questions while you're here on the bus. And now this email that I just received from Rita Mendez's office does not say that. So there is a problem. So I have to tell everybody now, be very careful when you're on that bus. And I'm going to look into this, and I'm going to try to get more clarification on this. But this is simply unacceptable. Every bus driver should be able to speak and communicate with the public. BAT can't put up signs on the bus that specifically tell people, talk to the driver if you need more time, if you're disabled, if you're unsteady on your feet before they move the bus. You have to be able to communicate with the driver. If you can't do that, then you are not safe on the bus. That's the bottom line. Anyway, I'm going to look into that and get back to everybody and get some clarification on this. Anyway, thanks very much and good night and have a good summer, everybody.